Hey guys, welcome to DevOps School.
But before we begin, let me inform you few things about us. DevOps School is one of the leading platforms which offers DevOps, cloud and containers technology training and certification programs for freshers and established professionals who wish to update and consolidate their skills in the dynamic IT scenario. We ensure that the training solutions are delivered by highly experienced domain experts with practical working experience in various verticals. Check out the dates and enroll with us for our upcoming batches. For more info, link and contact details are mentioned in the description below.
Okay, guys. So this is a very important session for all of you. Okay. Now I must tell you here, DevOps means what? DevOps means DevOps means one team. Okay. DevOps means one team and not multiple teams. So when I say not a multiple teams means what? Uh, Earlier we had a dev team. Earlier we had a QA team, and then earlier we had operations team, architect team, this team, that team, DB team, networking team. So earlier we had so many teams, but now we don't want to have so many teams. We want to have one team. Why? Because we want to improve the quality of the software which we want to run, because we are using the application live, so it has to be with the highest quality. Also, we want to reduce the cost of software development and software running. And on top of it, we want immediate release. So these are the three primary reasons every organizations wants to migrate to. So for that, we are doing the DevOps. So there's one statement which I always use in my all of my training, and that is like DevOps is all about one team, and doing the shared activities. Shared activities means dev should changing your mindset in terms of what? Changing your team culture in terms of what? So if I'm a dev, I should do the QA part also, operations part also. If I'm a QA, I should do the development part also, operations part also. And if I'm operations, then I should do the dev and QA part also. I may not, let's say, if I'm operation, I may not do lots of work in dev and QA, but partially I should be working as a team, one mindset, one culture, one objective. So it's like a DevOps concept. There's a one line which I state all the time in DevOps, and that is very simple to understand. You cannot call yourself DevOps as until let's say I can call myself DevOps if I can code for the product. Are you coding for the product? If you are not coding for the product, then you cannot call your DevOps. Are you, second statement, are you coding for the testing the product? Are you doing it? If not, then you cannot call yourself a DevOps. I'm not saying you have to do 100% development. At least, contribute to certain levels in the development and QA. Maybe I'm just giving you a context. And third statement is, are you doing the coding for operations, CI/CD, infrastructure, and so on? So if you are doing a coding, then you can call it DevOps. If you are not doing it, then you cannot call your DevOps, your team as a DevOps. That means DevOps team is doing coding for the product. DevOps team is doing coding for the testing the product, and DevOps team is doing coding for the infrastructure, operations, CI/CD, and other stuff. Okay, so everywhere is a coding, guys. Only one of the coding which I am trying to cover in this session, that is Terraform. So we have discussed already. I'll not go back to that. So one of the coding I taught you how to code for infrastructure. Okay, multiple topics are pending here, so we need to get into that as well. So guys, all of you, I hope, understand at the high level of DevOps, right? First question is very simple question. How to install Terraform? That's the first question. That's the first question. Second question is how to install Provider. Okay. And then last question, which anyways we all of us know, that we have to write a code also, correct? So these are things. So for that, what we need to do, yeah. So what we need to do, just type Terraform download. Okay. So here you see download button. Here you have a Mac. We can use Brew. You can download the executable also, AMD and ARM. Windows, same thing. Here you have a executable. So all of our architecture is AMD64. So don't download 386 by mistake. Linux, these are the command you can run in the Debian. These are the command you can run in CentOS. These are the commands for Fedora, Amazon, and Homebrew. FreeBSD, OpenBSD, and Solid is also. So right now we all are downloading from Windows. So what I will do, first thing, step number 1, install git bash. Okay. So why I'm asking you to install the git bash? Just for the ease of using purpose. Okay. Because if you use git bash, you can enjoy the Linux basic Linux command also, copy paste also, and many coloring will come, which will help you. Also, working with Azure will be much easier for you using this. So how do we install this git bash? So I believe most of you must be having it, but not. Then git-scm.com, and here you can download this. Okay. So Windows installation, I don't think so I have to teach you, because you know that. Download the executable and next, finish. That's all. So when you download, I have already downloaded actually. So you will see something like that git bash here. See here. There's a git bash. And open up this app, and this is the app which we can work together. You can use your PowerShell also if you want, but I'm comfortable, and also there's many advantages. So okay using it. So this is the first step. Step number 2, download Terraform. Now guys, understand that here I'm asking to install it. Here I'm asking to download it. There's a difference. So when you download the executable, here this executable you can install it with widget, installation widget. But in a Terraform, you don't need to install it. It's just executable. That's all. So please mind it. So what you will do, you will download it from the Terraforms, which I'm doing right now, and done. So within a few seconds, you can get your executable 1.2.4 executable up and running. So usually, you know what I do? I keep it all of my executable in C drive tools folder. C drive tools folder, where is this? Here, and Terraform. This is the place I keep it. That's executable. It's not installable. It's executable. It's just a file. That's all. So this is the older one. I will delete this. Okay. So that way all of my tools is under one directory. It's up to you to decide where you want to keep it. So now download is almost over. Almost over. Seven seconds to go. And done. Okay. So what I will do, I will copy that. I will copy that and paste it inside my directory, which is desired directory. So done. Now I'll extract this one. And here I will delete this zip file. And this file is the file which we want. And I'll move it to here. That will make it easier. I'll delete this long file structure. That's all. So now I keep it this file in some popular directory. You can keep it anywhere you want. And then what I will do, I will add this path into the environment variable. So let me do that. env system environment variable path. You can add path here or here. It's not a problem. I use user path. And see here. C Terraform is a long path. I have a C tools Terraform, right? So I'm going to add it, edit this, and click OK, click OK, click OK, done. Now the question is, how do I validate it? So you have to close this, because after setting up the path, you have to open up a git bash one more time. Git bash here. And just I'll write Terraform, Terr, Terraform, enter. Now you know what? In next 5 days, we should learn all these commands. All these commands. Some of the commands, if you remember that, I said to remember these commands like init, plan, apply, and delete. So see here, you have init somewhere. Do you see? Somewhere here.
It's in
on the
first.
top.
Yeah. And plan, which you see here. Apply, you see here. And destroy, delete, not destroy, delete, destroy command here, which will do the API delete. And if you really want to validate your code, syntax issues or something like that, okay, then validate. Okay, so these are the commands to remember, but all of these commands also we need to go through this. So I want to know which is the version of it. So I forgot actually. So how do I check? So Terraform hyphen version. You can check this. And here, see, this is the version of Terraform. Latest version I'm using, Windows AMD 64 architecture. So then I did installations and I did configuration setups and path and all is set. I think someone had asked me the path. So usually I keep it in here and can set it up anywhere. In the environment, you have to keep under the path. That's how we set the path. So all of us must be knowing about it. So nothing to path environment variable. You can add it.
Okay. In while installing this git bash, right? I mean, it's showing external installer and portable installer. Right?
Portable means you don't have to install it. Install
Right.
it if you use it, then you can install it. Simple.
Okay, but since we are doing first time, so we can go for the portable, right?
Both are okay. Anything is okay for you. See, if you install the portable, then you have to set in the path. If you're comfy, then you do that. It's up to you.
Okay. Okay.
These are the Windows stuff's not very difficult.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So now this is the step. This is the step number 2.
Sorry
Okay.
to interrupt, Rajesh. Shubhamshi.
Hello.
Sorry to interrupt. So I have one question, like for this.
I think so. Your voice is very low. I can hear like you're talking, but what you're talking, I can't make out.
In the environment, we can add the new path completely, right?
No. Path environment variable. I repeat, path. Okay.
Okay.
You have to add to the path. See, I'm showing you on my screen. Please look at it one more time. Environment, path.
Yeah.
Add it one of. I have so many added in the path. Java, SVN, VS and also like that Python. So it's like that one more added.
Okay.
Okay.
Rajesh Prabhu here.
Yeah.
I need to install that 64-bit, right? For
Of
the
course,
GitHub.
I assume you are not using ARM. I'm assuming like you are using AMD. If you want to know, then you go to the PC property and you get to know. You can also use it. I'm assuming because most of us are using this one also. What is it? AMD.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. See, mine is 64-bit. Here it is. See, and the X64 is the AMD processor. Okay. So that's done. Now after that, guys, what I have to do? Just a second. Give me some time. Let me complete this demo, and after that, I'll give you the time to do that. How to install provider? So we have to decide. We have to have agreement which are the provider we are going to use. So one thing for sure, we are using Azure Provider, right? All of you, correct now? Okay. Now you may use AWS Provider also, no problem. And for some other changes also, we'll use a GitHub Provider also. Okay. These are the three providers which we may use. Again, multiple providers you can use. It's up to you. Now the question is how to install provider. So I know that there is a command which is to install provider which is in it, but still I am not sure what to do, how to do that. So guys, how to install provider? Now this is using HCL code actually. Manually, I'm not doing this. I'm very lazy person. I'm not doing it. SCL code. So how do I do that? So first thing, I will go to my some place where I work, which is workspace here. Okay. And here I will create one directory. Now, let me tell you, you can create a directory anywhere, wherever you want. I don't care. So this is my directory for all of us, Azure. So I created this directory. This is the directory which is empty, you can see. And here what I will do, this one more directory I'll create just for the easy management first. Okay. This is my first project where I'm writing the code. Okay. So this is a created first. Now the question is how can I install provider using SCL code? So you know SCL code, I need to know a little bit of it. Not too much, but little bit of it. First thing, guys, is an important topic. Please focus on it. Okay. Some of you are already aware, I know that. So for remaining people, it's important. So how to write SCL code? So guys, here, whenever you write SCL code, the file extension must be .tf. Okay. So please remember that. That file name can be anything. So very simple. File name can be anything, but the extension should be .tf. Okay. So this is the two things we need to remember. So now if I want to write a code for installing the provider using SCL code, then I have to write a TF program and file name can be anything, but anything with some little bit logic also, right? So here I'm writing one code and the name of the file, I'll keep it providers. Why? Because I want to, because it contains the providers code. Then you will say, Rajesh, what about other codes you'll write today? Where will you keep it? So I'll keep it in any other file like a.tf, 1.tf, or whatever it is, whatever file name you want, you can keep it a.tf or b.tf. Then you will say, Rajesh, what about like this code, how can we run it? So let me tell you here. It's very simple statement I'm making. In one directory, please understand that in one directory, if you have one TF file or multiple TF file considered one TF file. Did you understand that, all of you? Or simple way, consider one project code. Are you understanding, guys, all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Rajesh. Yes.
So please remember, just put it in a very simple way, not complicated. You should say, Rajesh, can I create A.tf? Yes. Can I create B.tf? Yes. Can I name it main.tf? Yes, you can name it main.tf. Can I keep it anything, any name? I said very simple. So now then you say, okay, which file, which code should be there? You can keep it all code in one file or modularize this code in a multiple file. It's up to you. But Terraform view all files in one project code, one TF file. That means, look at this image one more time. This code which has been sent from the Terraform, no matter it's a one file or two file, 5 file, 10 file, it's been sent in one go and consider one file. Simple. So then you'll ask, Rajesh, is there any logic where we should keep it in a different file? Yeah, logic is very simple. I'm writing a code for provider, so I'll name it providers. I'm writing a code for the some project, so I shall keep it main.ftf because main means main. Main means main. We started understanding this kind of concept. The file name can be anything, but you can keep it name. Let's say I'll create aws.ef. You will make a Azure code. So modelize this code and keep it in Azure.ef. Okay, so here I assume you know that this is empty file is also okay, no harm, but wrong file is not. I mean syntax problems should not. Okay, so main.tf, we all as a community use that first file to be named with main.tf. That's all. So okay, anyways, back to the questions. So we understand at least we should store the file in the, we should have one directory, empty directory. This is one project. Actually, we call it a module, but I don't want to talk about something which I'm not talking in the today. So new concept I'll introduce and then I'll correlate. So here, file extension should be tf. Name can be anything, but Terraform consider all the TF program in one directory as part of one code, one project. Simple. So this is done. So what should I do? So the question was, hey, how to install provider? Which provider? Azure Provider. See, I don't know how to install. How which code need to write for that? I don't know. So what I will do? I will ask Terraform. Hey Terraform, please tell me which are the providers which you have. So I'll write in Google Terraform providers. Enter. Now this will take me to the one website which is called registry.terraform.io. So guys, this is an important website for all of us. Please remember that. Registry.terraform.io. Here you will get all the provided listed code and then plus modules also. What is a module? I will discuss a little bit later. Okay, so now here you see this is the provider, this is the module. I must request you please spend more time here to understand this. So now we are focusing on the provider. Which provider? Azure Provider. So guys, I'll click on the Azure Provider. Now, if you see that, this is the provider name with Azure RM. Azure RM. Okay, so this is the name of the provider. But you know something which we are missing actually here. In Azure, there is not only one provider we have. Here, not only one provider. So how many providers are there? And which provider should be used for what? That I need to know. Correct? That I need to know. But before that, let me ask you one thing. This is a provider. Complete details you have in this page itself. Okay, and I would request you to get comfortable with it. Don't rush to do the things and complete the things. Understanding is important. Look at this, all this matters. Use provider, how to use it. See here, this is the code. If you want to use this provider, you have to write this code. Okay, and there's a documentation source. This documentations, you are going to use it throughout your working with Terraform with Azure, because these documents, we have everything. We'll talk about it one by one, but get comfortable with it. All of you, spend some time and get comfortable. I'm not asking to read each line, but get comfortable with it. So, but the question was, hey, in Azure, we have multiple provider. So how do I know that? So I will write simple, go to the Google and write here Azure providers. Okay, Azure providers. And I'll click here. And here, if I see that, okay, this is the wrong URL. Sorry, Azure Terraform provider. Wrong search actually. Yeah. So this is the right documents. I'll put it in this directory. Okay. So what are the provider we have? So guys, if you look at this, we have this many providers. Yes. So this you have to read it. Now let's say if you want to create a virtual machine, storage account and networking, which provider to use? ARM, the one which I was saying. If you want to work with groups, users, service principals, and applications, then which provider to use? Ad providers, Azure Ad. If you want to work with the DevOps, then Azure DevOps, API, and Stack. I would like to request you to read it just for 60 seconds, and that's important.
Rajesh, can you paste the link in the chat window?
Okay, guys. So all of us are going to work with this provider only while working with it. Okay. So please remember that all these providers, Azure have a 5 provider. AWS has only 1. Azure have 5. Will you remember that, all of you? Hello?
Rajesh,
Yeah.
Shubhranshu here. Here I can see like for this Azure RM, that is also provided for the virtual machine storage accounts, and Azure Stack, it is also provided for the virtual machines. I mean,
Yes, yes.
this
So
computers.
Azure Stack was the little older than Azure RM. Azure RM is the latest one actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this case, if you want to use it, go for the ARM, Azure ARM. Okay. So that is it. Okay, guys. So now this is the things. So now at least we got to know, but the question still I'm not answering actually. I'm making you hold. How to install provider? So nothing, guys. I have to do nothing. Just go to the ARM. Okay. And here they only said, please read this. I'm not going to tell you. Please read this yourself. Learn yourself. How to install provider? So they are saying, hey, to install this provider, you need to copy this code. This is the code actually. This is the code. So what is exactly this code? So here, any provider you want to call it. Okay. This is the code. I'll explain it to you. I'll just copy this code and let me explain it. So I'll go to the providers.ef, open with a notepad++, and request you to use a notepad++. It'll be easy for you. Okay. And now you see here, This is the real code actually I needed. That's all. That means if you want to download the Azure RM provider, then that's the code block I needed. That's all I needed. Okay, that's all I needed. Now next thing is why this is the, so this code block is there, in which it's a common block actually. So you are saying, hey, I want to use the Azure RM provider, but the version which is has to be there, which is 3.12.0. Means which version? This is the version of providers, not the Terraform. Okay, version of provider. So no need to do anything else, guys. I copy the things. Now the question is, how do I download? So I told you, init. I hope you remember that, init, and it's one-time activity only. So what to do? I'll go to that particular the locations here. I'll open up my PowerShell, which is here. Bash shell, sorry, Git Bash, not PowerShell. Git Bash, and I will run only one command. Only one command. Terraform init. That's all. It's a one-time activity. Now automatically Terraform will download the provider from the website, from the cloud, and keep it local. Let's get downloaded. It will just take few seconds. So let it happen and then I'll talk about it. Okay.
So it's reading from provider.tf, right?
It's reading from the provider.tf, but I just said, right, it can read from any other file also. So that listing has to be only one declarations. Okay. So
go ahead.
Tell me. So what I'm saying, this entry is important only for downloading the provider. Okay. So that's all.
So should we create a providers.tf file in the tools folder where we have kept the Terraform?
No, that's a wrong practice. No, I'll put it in this way. Do you write a Python program in the Python the installation directory, or you write in the workspace somewhere in D drive or C drive or something like that? See, Python is installed in program files, correct? But you write the programs in somewhere in your workspace, right? So you should keep it in a two different location, right? That's a practice. Though theoretically you can keep it, but logically we should keep it different place.
Okay.
Yes, since Azure has 5 providers, so based on our requirement, we should create the TF file and initiate, right?
Yes, I'll teach you. Just give me 2 seconds. Yeah. So guys, look at this here. I run this and output. Guys, look at my screen. See here. And also don't rush. Read this because you are learning, right? I've got a habit of seeing this screen, so I do hardly read it. But you should first time, if you are doing at least first time, you should please read it. Some of you have done it, so that's not a problem. I'm okay with that. Now, guys, what to do? I'll go and check the provider manually. So one more thing, actually, this directory will be hidden. This is .terraform. For some of you, this directory will not be visible. So what to do? I think some of you must be knowing, but many people don't know. So you have to go to options. You have to go to the view, and here you have to check show hidden files and folders and apply. Okay, that's all. So you'll see this hidden folder directory. So Terraform providers registry.terraform.io HashiCorp Azure version architecture. This is a executable. This is a provider which I've been talking about since morning. See, this is the provider. Where is that? It's here. I told you, right? Terraform is also executable. Terraform provider is also executable. So here, this is the provider Terraform, which I have already shown you. So this is the format. See, if you really want to download the provider, this is the format. You have to put the .terraform inside the directory called providers. Inside that, where the registry can be different also, private also, cloud also, this enterprise also. This depends on. And HashiCorp and directory. The HashiCorp means this provider has been written by HashiCorp with the association with HashiCorp. It's official provider. And then version of that 3.12 and then architecture. So I did it through the code. You can do manually, but no one is doing manually nowadays. So done. So guys, this is the work which has been completed. I got back to my code directory. So now,
Rajesh, where do I get that providers.tf? Which path? Which Website?
This file?
Yeah. No, that code inside that.
I told you, no, there's only one place. There's only one place here. Correct, no?
Registry dot.
I'll share this part. Okay, this is all here. I'll share this notes. Just give me 5 minutes. I'll share this.
Rajesh,
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
You want to complete all these steps, installation, Flash, etc.
Yes.
But you are not providing the time to us. If you have continuously moving faster and we are stuck in different things, so it will be difficult to us also.
No, I understand that, but just give me 2-3 minutes more because I'll show you the demo. After that, give you lab, and this mode will continue. Why I'm doing right now? I'm not giving it to you because I've not completed even one section of it. Just give me 5 more minutes, and it's not a big thing. So you'll do that. I know that. Anyways, I'll help you also, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, are you at least okay? One more thing request. I've seen many people, they try to do parallel. The regions may be hundreds of it, but I would request you first, let's focus on the demo, and then you try to do offline. And if you're stuck, anyways, I'll help you. Because what happens, I'll tell you, when you start doing the parallel, then you don't remember that steps rather than you just try to replicate the steps. And that is a dangerous for learning purpose. Okay. So just first focus on the demo, understand the logic of it, what I'm doing, and then do it. There's no problem. Even though if you're stuck, no problem, I'm here. Okay. So guys, yeah. So this is the way I install. I did nothing. I'll tell you in a simple way. I did nothing great. What I did, I installed the Git bash. How to install? I think we are good. Downloaded the Terraform, put it in one directory, set in the path. Good. How to verify? Step number 3. I'm writing the code also. Step number 3, how to verify. And for this, there's a command. Open a Git bash. And after that, this spelling mistake actually, git bash. And after that, the command which is Terraform, comfortable with this command. And after that, run Terraform version. Okay, don't rush. Understand each and everything and then move on. After that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to install the provider. For that, what I did, I created writing a code. So code where you should write? Somewhere in the empty directory. Okay, what directory I follow? You see that here. So that means throughout these sessions, I'll use this directory, and here first, second, third, fourth, fifth, like that. I'll keep creating multiple directories. So this is my first directory, and inside that I have code. Now I told you how to write a code. So .tf program file name can be anything, but usually we keep it a main.yaml or providers.yaml. Main.tf and providers.tf. And then after that, what to do? Open up the git bash here in the same directory. Look at this pwd here, and then run this command. Which command? Terraform init. So that is a thing. So here, how to verify done. Install provider, decided this one, and Terraform init. This is the command. That's all. So any questions so far? Any questions? Any questions, guys?
Rajesh, when we use this init command, what it is happening exactly in the directory?
So when you run the Terraform init,
see that is exactly installing, right?
So what is happening exactly? Yes, a very good question. So Terraform init, when you run, please hear me out. It read and scan all files of that directory, all files. Whatever the TF program, it scan and then look for only the entry, which is this one. Okay. And after that, they check whether that this provider, which you have specified, is downloaded inside the Terraform directory or not. If it is downloaded, good. Not downloaded, then they will download for you, just like you download, they download also. See, if you run multiple times, because I have already downloaded that Azure ARM, so it says, hey, it's already initialized successfully, it's already there. No download required. Okay, so that is the things. Now, guys, what I will do, I will go ahead and add more provider. Which one we decided? So guys, we decided theoretically, we decided AWS. So now the question is how to write a code for AWS. So instead of me writing code, I will ask, hey, AWS, give me your code. How do I do download? So they give it to me the code also. Here is the code. This code and this code. Copy it carefully. Don't do blind work. You are writing the code. Okay. So here, if you look at this part and this part is somewhere is having duplicate entries. So what I should do? Use the logic. Here, what I should do? Here, this part I should copy carefully here. I hope you understand that. Duplicate code is not allowed. And this is not required anymore. That means right now what I want, this Terraform should only use the Azure ARM this version and AWS this version. Now this line of the code which will download the provider. Did you understand that? All of you?
No, actually, like I understood what you did. Okay, but if we would have copied pasted like as it was, wasn't that should be working?
Okay. So I will create a memory pointer in your mind. Let's do one thing. Undo. Okay. Are you okay with
Yeah.
it? So
Yeah.
here, see, this is the earlier code. Okay. So this was the earlier entry, and I copied and paste the new entry. Are you okay? Okay.
Yep.
Now what I will do? Look at my screen. Clear the screen. Oh, sorry. It's a clear, right? Yeah. Clear the screen, and then run in it one more time. And now read this message and create a pointer in your mind why I did that. What it says. The section which I added, that section was this one, Terraform. It has a duplicate entry. You have duplicate entry over there. So it's not allowed. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So what I should do? So I just need this one, right? I want to see, I can't write a 2 block for Terraform where I say required AWS and required Azure. Yeah, you can write again if you did Terraform allow, but HCL is not allowing. That's all. What I'll do, I'll just copy this whole thing, and it's SCL programming. I'll teach you. Nothing great about it. So that's all. Now I will delete this entry. And this is AWS provider. This is Azure RM provider. And these are the things. Let me tell you, this is optional code actually. Recently, they have added for just two best practices 1 year before, 1.5 years before. Earlier, only if you write, now also if you write only these 2 lines, it will download. There's nothing great about it. So if you write this one, it will download the latest version. Here you can specify the specific version of the provider. Okay, all of you?
Okay, the version you're specifying is just for information. It is not doing anything. Only the provider Azure RM is the one which is downloading the latest version and installing, you mean to say.
So this line will download the latest version of provider, but
Okay.
this line of code will run. I mean, your code will run. If you have this entry in your code, that means your code will run only with this provider. It's hard coding. That means say run my code. My code means main.yaml will run with only these two providers. So you're forcing basically these 2 providers only. Please download it.
So I mean, Rajesh, there are some versions released very frequently. If I want to stick with specific version of provider, then I can write this code, right?
Yes, yes.
That's the only one advantage where 1 minus t minus 1 kind of thing, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. What is happening?
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. What is happening? See, look at the image here. So Terraform also has too many releases actually, and this provider also is coming up with the too many release. Now you'll say, Rajesh, why this provider is coming with the too many release, and why Terraform is coming with the too many release? So actually, it's not a Terraform problem. Actually, the problem is with the AWS, and Azure, and GC, because every week AWS add one microservices, one API services. Azure also they keep adding the services every. It's a gradual process actually. So if this platform is changed, provider has to change. Provider change, Terraform also change. So that's the reason we have every month releases actually like that. So it's like that. But what happens? Maybe you have written the code 6 months back, which is not compatible with the latest. In that case, you have to say, okay, my code should be run only with this version or this version. So how do you specify? Answer you have in front of you. Got it?
So is it like the code also should have been mentioned this provider version somewhere to match
You are
it?
mentioning that provider version at only one place. That's this one. That's all. Not a code. Code will be compatible with this one. Let's say I'll put it in this way. You want to see the documentation for this? So here, this documentation which you see is the latest one. Okay. So older documentations also you'll get it for that accordingly. So I'll show you this provider. It'll be easy for you. Where should I go? Go to the GitHub. So see here. Can you see my screen? This is the provider version of AWS. See, 10 days ago, 9 days ago, what is this? 3 days ago. See that how frequently they change this. So every time they add something. So you have to stick to, you get frustrated if you start supporting all the latest because you have to modify every day code. So in that case, stick to the one number for time till you decide to upgrade to the latest.
But since it's a one-time activity, right? So every time if it's the new version comes, we need to again run the Terraform in it, right?
See, a simple thing, sir. I'll put it in my simple context.
Mhm.
I assume all of you are understand the Java development or Python development. So see, Java 4, we write a code in Java 4. So what will happen when you migrate to Java 5? So you have to modify a little bit of code also and compiler also Java 5, correct? Both the things you have to modify. So same thing we are doing here. Provider is your something which is important, and the code also you have to modify as per the new new provider. Same way. Nothing great we are doing here.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the things. So this is the optional, but if you want to specify my code should run only on this version, then you specify. Okay. So I have forgotten this to run init. So I corrected the code and then init. Now init will only download the AWS in my case because AWS was not downloaded earlier. So see here, it's downloading this version.
What the command to check the list of providers I have with the
That's a very good question. So the answer is providers itself. Okay, I'll just run it after this. Just give me 2 seconds. You'll let it complete. Just take few seconds. Nothing great about it. So guys, finally, how to install multiple provider? You know that. Just keep adding this copy paste, whatever it is, and then done. So now, what you should do? You should, if you are trying to use all this provider, at least we'll use as part of our sessions in next 5 days. We'll use this provider for sure. Okay. So our ARM is a major one, very big one. AD is a smaller one. DevOps is a smaller one also. So here you have too many resources. I'll talk about it. Okay. So almost done. Almost done. Just few seconds.
So Rajesh, for AWS also we have multiple provider or only
No. Only one. AWS is only one, but Azure we have multiple. What was the reason for multiple? So earlier, initially they launched this state, okay, and after that they migrated to the multiple. So reason was like multiple reasons, like they wanted to separate. See, it's all not Terraform decide. HashiCorp decide. This is decided by Microsoft itself, because remember that they separated the Azure DevOps services from the they make it separate services. So all this is the portal services actually, and this is for the tenants and all stuff like that, and users, IAMs and all stuff like that. And this is a complete service, different services actually. So this API is different, this API is different, this API is different. So could be that reason for that.
So yeah.
Rajesh, where we get the code?
Could we get it from this? I've been repeating the same thing again. If you look at this, I will not ask myself. You will not ask me also. You will come to this place and ask, hey, Azure or whatever it is, give me that your code, how to download. This is only entry, just you have to copy it. So for example, this is the provider, all the providers here, 2000. Let's say next day you say, I need a Kubernetes. So just provider here, just click on it and you get comfortable with this website in soon, this line, that's all. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you paste this URL in the chat window, will be helpful.
I'll do that. Just give me last section. So sorry, I'm making you wait for that. So I'll do that. I'll transfer this lab in 2 seconds. Yes. So guys, any last questions? I think I'm done with my demo.
Whatever the providers we have inside the Azure, right? RM, AD, Stack. So we just need to install only one provider as a whole for Azure, not needed for individual DevOps and API and ND, right?
No, I never said that. I said that for each and every resources, and actually we have a different provider. So if you want these resources, this provider, the one which I did just now. It's not this resources, the AD.
We just install the Azure provider, right?
Azure RM, only one provider installed.
Oh, okay, only RM. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So if I'll ask you one simple question: if you want to add Azure DevOps also, what you'll do?
Yeah, we will have to again install another provider with Azure DevOps, right?
Yeah, just go to this one, Azure DevOps, and here you have this one. Click, and here you have this one, and just line this line. Got it? And in it. Make sense? All of you? Yeah. So guys, here one more provider if you want to add it as per the discussion, because I'm discussing with the 3 providers today. So GitHub. So now I'll not bother site. GitHub. That's all. Okay. So now I got the things done. Now the time has come for giving you the lab. So now I'll give you lab for 30 minutes. What am I expecting to all of you? Git bash, Terraform, verify, install these 3 providers, and important thing, please get comfortable with the website. Again, I'm saying because there are certain purposes are there. If you say, Rajesh, official documents, why should we get it? There is only one reason. See that how frequently they do the release. Okay, this is the Azure DevOps provider. If you go another one, see here, 3 days, 2 months. Every month we have a release. So this is the reason you have to see that 3 days, 10 days, 24 days, 1 month. So this is only one reason you have to always look for the official documents, no personal notes. Okay.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.
Hello everyone. If you would like to access the remaining videos of this playlist of 50 plus more tools which are coming under DevOps, DevSecOps, SRE, DataOps, GitOps, etc., kindly become our channel members by clicking on the joining button. You would have access to 100s of playlists and 1000s of videos lifetime access with this membership. Enjoy.